So knowing what you know now, what advice would you give someone who was trying to become a private investigator that would have helped you if you knew it way back then on your journey? What advice would you give someone now?
Be yourself, Vinnie. Don't advertise yourself. When you're out in the field working, don't act like an investigator. Be yourself. Don't wear your name tag. Don't wear a trench coat. Don't put a sign on your car that says investigator. Just be yourself.
And welcome back to another episode of True Stories from a Real Private Eye. I'm your host, Vinnie Coppola. With me, as always, is Lynn Lambdin, a real private investigator right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much for coming back. We so appreciate it. Thank you, each and every one of you. Recently, it's been a while. It's been at least a month or two, I think. We got an email from a listener who is trying to become a private eye. I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he wants us to say his name here because, hey, in this business, you got to be discreet, right, Lynn?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. So this episode is for you. Of course, it's for all of you, but it's also for you, sir. Lynn's going to explain to us what it takes, what he had to do, what he had to go through to become a private investigator. Lynn, take it away.
Well, Vinnie, how are you doing today, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I had a pretty good day. Can't complain.
That's always good. When you can't complain, that's a good thing.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, Vinnie, in the state of Georgia, where I've done most of my work, you have to take a course. I think my course was like 12 weeks. I think it was 8 weeks, 12 weeks. It's been 30 years ago that I took mine, and then you had to do a 2-year apprenticeship.
Now, when you say you took a course, now was that basically you sitting in a classroom with a person in front of the classroom, just explaining stuff? Yeah, and was there a book that you had to follow along in and do assignments? And was it basically like school?
It was basically like school. You had to learn the private property laws, things of that nature, what you could and couldn't do. We had to take a gun course. If you want to, carry a gun, what guns you can and can't carry in the state of Georgia. And I'm sure that all states have their own rules and regulations, but in the state of Georgia, this is what you had to do. For example, if you're a police officer and you're post-certified, you do not have to take the course and you do not have to sit 2 years apprentice before you can get your license. Yeah, but the rules have changed a lot in the state of Georgia now. I'm not sure what all the requirements are, although they're not a whole lot different. They've just been modified a little bit. So I did my 2-year apprenticeship, and
what does that entail? What does the apprenticeship entail?
Well, you have to work under a licensed private investigator to learn the ropes for 24 months.
So it's like a ride along. You ride along with them in the car, or
you ride along with them in the car for a couple months, and then you go do your own jobs. And the licensed private investigator brings in the jobs and gives you the instructions, and then you go do the jobs. And under the private investigator's license for 2 years before you can get your own license.
Now, when while this is happening, while you're working under this guy or apprenticing under this guy, you're probably learning how to acquire work, right? And how to, right?
You're learning how to acquire work, but mostly you're learning what you can and can't do as a private investigator, what laws to observe and not to observe, and what laws what laws most affect you in the industry.
Did you ever see your I guess teacher get into a fight or anything?
No. Listen, see, you're making the mistake that most PIs make in the field that never make it. I've been in the business for almost 30 years, and I've never been in a fight. I've had to run a couple times, but I've never been in a fight. Uh,
Yeah.
I uh, I don't walk in a room letting people know that I'm a private investigator. When I walk,
Unlike some guys.
well, unlike the when a guy walks in the room letting you know that he's a private investigator, that's the guy that's never going to make it.
Yeah.
That's how if I'm trying to get information discreetly and I walk in a room letting you know that I'm a private investigator, how am I being discreet?
Right.
If I'm trying to serve you with a process, a service of process, and I've got a trench coat on and dark glasses, how am I being discreet?
Yeah.
You know to stay away from me.
Right.
So I try to be the less noticeable person in the room.
Yeah.
I try to be the guy that everybody thinks that this guy wouldn't be a private investigator. This guy wouldn't be a process server.
Yeah.
This is not the guy that would be here to serve me with papers.
This is just a good old boy. Right. I just walked in.
This is just this is just a good old boy. This ain't, you know, I don't, when I get out of the car to serve you with papers, 99% of the time, I will roll the papers up in a roll and hold them where they go up my arm. And when I step out of the car, I put them in my pocket so that you can't even see that I have papers with me when I get out of the car.
Right.
I get out of
Yeah.
the car
Good.
with nothing in my hands.
Yeah.
And I don't get out of the car with a name tag on that says, process server like some guys do, or a name tag on your belt, or a gun, or something, because it gives you away. People know who you are. People run from you when they see that.
Right.
And you always got your cocky, arrogant people who want to fight, and and women always want to jump up in your face.
Yeah.
Because women know that if they're gonna if they want to, women will always jump up and try to hit you or fight with you. Because first of all, they know that you can't do anything, because if you strike back, you're going to jail,
Right.
regardless of why you're there. If you say anything, you're going to jail. So why do I want to let them know that I'm there?
Yeah.
Years
Yeah.
ago, I was going to hire some help, and the first day of work, I hired this guy, and the first day of work, he shows up with a trench coat on to his ankles,
Oh, God.
and a big old hat and dark glasses. And I just say, "Go home, buddy.
He thought, yeah.
You're useless to me."
He thought he was Sam Spade.
I,
That famous. Um, he was in mystery books. It wasn't. I think his name is Sam Spade or something.
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
Peter Falk. Peter Falk played him in that funny movie, that Murder by Death.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the and I'm friendly with everybody,
Yeah.
and no matter what kind of job I'm doing, no matter if I'm investigating you, or if I'm investigating your family, or what, I'm always friendly.
Yeah.
Because even if if it's not, see, if I'm investigating, say I'm coming up to you and I'm investigating your brother, and you don't know that I'm investigating your brother, I'll give you, this is a true example. I'm up in northeast Georgia, and I'm sitting in this neighborhood, and a guy, I'm surveying this house, and um, it's a divorce case, and the guy's letting his children just play out in the middle of the street and everything, and this is part of the divorce. Guy comes out, and he's got a cocky attitude, and he's wanting to fight with me, and I said, "Nah, buddy," I said, "I'm not here to watch you." I said, "I'm watching your neighbor over here."
Yeah.
I said the wife is expecting him to cheat. Now, I didn't know if they were going through a divorce or not. Didn't know if he's even married.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I thought that son of a bitch was cheating." And so this guy stays, he's friendly with me. And the whole time I'm sitting here with the camera on his children playing in the middle of the street while I'm talking to him.
Right.
And he thinks I'm watching his neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he goes, I can tell you some things about her.
Oh shit.
And he's telling me all kinds of things about this woman across the street. And it's his children I was there to watch.
Yeah.
Playing in the middle of the street, dodging cars and everything.
Ugh.
But yet I could have had an attitude when he come out and I argued with him and I blew my surveillance.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he and I sitting there, I just set my camera up there on my dash and let the camera video. And me and him.
Now, who hired you? Who hired you for that? Did you already say? Did I miss it?
His ex-wife, or his soon-to-be ex-wife.
His soon-to-be ex-wife. She was worried about the kids.
Yeah, they were going through a divorce, and it was a custody battle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She wasn't really worried about the kids. It was just a custody battle.
Oh,
people fight over everything when they're going through divorce, Vinnie.
Yeah. I imagine.
So it was just something to fight over.
Yeah.
So instead,
But one of the things I remember from one of our early episodes is how you told me how you will go up to and talk to people you're surveilling. Like you actually followed a guy through the airport and talked to him on the train, all towards the gate, and he has no clue you're surveilling him. You're just but rather than trying to, watch him and follow him and hide behind pillars and stuff like that, you just walk straight up to him and go, "Hey, how you doing, man? Where you headed?"
Well, actually, he caught me on the train. We got on a train together, and we're standing there on the train together, and he just starts a conversation with me, starts talking to me. So we ride the train all the way to the international terminal together and talk all the way to the terminal together, him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So
was that a husband cheating case?
Yeah, husband cheating case. Yeah. Actually, it was from the international terminal all the way back to his car.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So there's no need to argue with anybody. No need to. Seeing if I would have had a name tag on that says I'm a private investigator, or and what I've done is I take depending on where I'm going. Like if I'm going to the airport, I'll take a suitcase and I'll fix it to where that I'll have my camera sticking out of a carry bag.
Yeah.
Just put something in the bottom of the suitcase, set your camera on it, and unzip it and stick your camera lens out it and zip your camera lens right up to the top.
Yeah.
Just turn it on and bam, there you go. And then you just move your carry bag to wherever you want it to video.
Yeah. And you're getting audio.
Yeah. And there's always been wire mics. You just plug your wire mic in and you can put your wire mic anywhere you want.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to do that.
Now, do you have a bunch of like high-tech surveillance equipment other than cameras and mics like that? I mean, what kind of equipment do you have?
Well, I have all kinds of, I have.
Have you ever planted bugs?
That depends on the question you're asking, Vinnie. I don't plant the bugs. I just supply the bugs for you to plant. I'm not going to plant a bug on your car.
Yeah.
But if your wife wants a bug to plant on your car, I will get it for her and show her how to plant it and let her plant it. I'm not going to do it for her because I'm not going to get in trouble. She can.
Yeah. Oh, because you can get in trouble for planting a bug?
Sure.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. There's a law against it.
Yeah, you're not allowed to plant. See, like in the state of Georgia, not all states, but like in the state of Georgia is so there's different types of bugs. In the state of Georgia is a one-party state when it comes to recording a phone conversation or a conversation period.
What does that mean, one-party state?
So one party has to be aware of the conversation. Oh. So, like if you and I's talking, I can record the conversation all day long because I'm involved in the conversation and I'm aware that it's being recorded.
Okay, I get it.
So if there's 5 people involved in the conversation, one party can record it because one party is involved in the conversation and one party's aware of it being recorded.
This episode is brought to you by Simple Funding LLC. For all of your pre-settlement funding needs, contact Simple Funding LLC to receive your money promptly. They're a customer-centric legal funding company that provides exceptional funding solutions at affordable rates. Simple Funding covers a diverse range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, worker compensation, medical malpractice, wrongful death, and more. They recognize that life goes on and you need to access your funds immediately, which is why they offer clients a swift and efficient process with minimal documentation requirements. For more information, visit simplefundingllc.com or contact them directly at 678-855-6232.
So one party involved in the conversation has to be aware of it being recorded and has to be involved in the conversation.
Okay.
So now that's as far as now I can't bug your conversation with somebody else and nobody be aware of it. That's against the law.
Okay.
So that's why when you go into a business or a restaurant, it says recording devices in operation, because you can't secretly record somebody else's conversation.
Right.
You can't do that.
Only the FBI can do that.
By judge's order.
By a judge's order, right.
Yeah.
Only by a judge's order.
Only by a judge's order. Now, when it comes to planting a tracking device on your car, I can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But
that kind of stuff, like planting a bug on a car, I mean, even though it's inadmissible, it's just for clarification right?
Vinnie, it gets done every day.
Yeah,
I have worked many divorces where that a husband or a wife will plant a tracking device on a vehicle. Now, this is the easiest way in today's world, not 30 years ago, but in today's world, someone will expect their spouse to be cheating. They will plant a tracking device on a vehicle, and then they will say, Lynn, I need you to follow them, or I need you to do surveillance on them. And I do not advise this. It's their idea. I may give them the idea, but it's their idea. Mm-hmm. And they will plant a tracking device on the vehicle, and they will set it up on their phone so that they can see where the car goes. And they'll say, okay, the car is at Motel 6 on whatever street. I'll go to the Motel 6 and wait for them to come out and video it.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, do we tell how I found them at the Motel 6? No. We don't tell that there was a tracking device on the vehicle or anything.
Right.
Right. Now, I will try to follow you to the Motel 6.
Right.
But I will stay far enough back that you don't see me following you. But if I lose you, then I got the spouse telling me where that you went.
Right.
I've had that happen many, 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 many times.
Yeah.
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 And there are some crazy people in this world.
Oh, for sure.
I've done surveillance. I was doing surveillance on a woman one night, and I'm sitting there videoing. I had a great show going on, videoing a great show, and it's a kind of a cool night. It's a fall night. It's probably early October. It wasn't cold. It wasn't hot, and I'm sitting there videoing this cheating couple, and all of a sudden, I'm engaged in my work, and I'm not paying attention, and I try to play the radio very mildly so that you get the date and the time, Wednesday, October the 3rd, so that, not only do you have the video camera with the date on it, you got the radio playing, and, you kind of get of the, you get not just me
Proof.
there, but you get,
Proof. Yeah. Very smart. Very smart.
and all of a sudden you hear bam, 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 bam on my window, and man, I jumped completely out of the car because man, I thought, what in the hell is going on? And it's
Yeah.
the client that hired me.
Right.
He comes crawling across the parking lot like an army man, pops up beside my car, and starts pounding on my window
Why?
because he wanted to know what was going on.
Holy shit.
And
Is impatient, huh?
yeah, he said, I said, you got him. He said, you get any good video?
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, I did until I crapped my pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said, man, I could have shot you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he goes, man, I'm sorry. He goes, can I sit in the passenger seat? I said, hell no, you can go home.
Yeah.
So after
Yeah.
I finally convinced him to go home, and but I'm surprised he didn't get us caught.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Boy, there's an amateur move right there.
there's an amateur move. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
What possessed him to do that? Jeez.
well,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like he was mad. He wasn't even mad.
No, of course not. He found out what he wanted to find out, but he was just excited and he wanted to be a private investigator for the minute.
He wanted to get involved. Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to get involved. Yeah.
He wanted to be in the moment. He wanted to be right there with it in the moment. He couldn't take it. He just wanted to be nice guy. And then I had a woman. She hired me to find out if her husband was cheating. And I said, well, I'll follow your husband. So I followed her husband, and we found where he was cheating with his significant other, and they were going to a cabin that his significant other owned. And she said, the wife called me and said, okay, did you find him? I said, yeah. She goes, well, tell me the address where you caught him cheating at. I'm firing my attorney. I just need to know where they're at. I said, I'm not telling you anything. I said, I'll turn this over to your attorney. You can get it from them tomorrow.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not telling you anything.
Now, why didn't you want to tell her anything?
Because I wasn't going to find a dead man and woman on the news the next morning.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
This woman was crazy.
Yeah. So, Lynn, I still want to know about the James Bond equipment you have.
Okay. I've got all kinds of equipment, Vinny. I've got ink pens that's got cameras in them and recording devices. I'll walk in and leave ink pens with people and come back and say, oh, I forgot it, and it'll record. And I've got small cameras. I've got really small, we're talking an inch by inch recording devices that you have no idea what they are.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I've got I had a buddy of mine give me a ink pen that's got about a 4-inch knife blade on it.
Oh, nice.
And I went to the federal courthouse, the Richard B. Russell building in downtown Atlanta. And I had this ink pen with me. And I get up into the judge's chambers in the Richard B. Russell building to speak to a judge. And the judge goes, you got an ink pen I can borrow?
Uh-oh.
And I pull my suit jacket back and I said, yeah, I got one. What? No, I don't have one, Your Honor.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know how I got it through the metal detector.
Yeah, right.
I have no idea. But you pull one side of it off and it's an ink pen. You pull the backs of it off and it's a nice, shiny, serrated blade that's as sharp. It's one of the sharpest knives you've ever seen.
Yeah, a police officer or I don't know, whatever the police officer does is called that runs that metal detector at the entrance to the courtroom, they would have taken that from you.
They'd probably put me in jail.
Yeah. Do you have handcuffs? Do you carry handcuffs with you?
No, I don't carry handcuffs.
No.
No, but
Okay.
I got all kinds of little recording devices and um, cameras and just recording devices and cameras and tracking devices and things like that. That like tracking devices that you can that's magnetic that you can stick on something and then link it to your phone and just watch where it goes and things like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I mean,
Tools of the trade. Tools of the trade.
yeah, you can go on. I mean, there's several websites that you can go on, and whatever you're willing to pay for it. I mean, if you're willing to pay for it, it's out there. Um,
Yeah.
it,
So there's a gadget website out there.
yeah, I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head, but you can Google it, and they're out there. And I've
Yeah.
got like um, 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 detection devices, like RF detection devices. So if you got like if there's bugs in your house, I got bug detection devices. Like I can sweep for bugs, like cameras, and for um, um, like if there's a listening device in your house, I
Hey
can.
man, what percentage? What? Yeah, I get it. If you had a guess, what percentage of hotels have video and listening devices in them so that they can
Oh,
watch guests?
I've never really got involved in that, but I would say few. Um, your bigger hotels, I would say that there's not very many that have it. Some of your
Yeah,
smaller hotels may have some in it where that there's some uh, perverts,
illegal stuff going on.
yeah, perverts that want to do it. Some of your bigger hotels, I doubt that they have a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
But the thing about today's technology, with wireless technology and cameras being so small, um, you can get a wireless camera and not even you don't even have to get a wireless camera. You can get a camera that records, and storage devices are so small today that you can get a 2, 3, 4, 10 gigabyte storage device on a camera that's as small as your thumbnail,
Yeah.
and you can get a camera and hide it on behind a picture. You know, they're just so
Yeah.
small.
It's kind of like an epidemic with the Airbnbs.
Yeah,
These people that own these houses and they they rent them on this website Airbnb.
yeah,
There's so many stories online about people suing or you know because they found out they were being recorded.
yeah,
And one side of me says, you know, well, that's their house. They want to make sure there's no wrong shit going on.
yeah,
But the other side says, hey, well, what about privacy, man? That's not right.
yeah. Well, I think in the state of Georgia, you can video common areas, but you can't video private areas like bedrooms,
And
bathrooms.
bathrooms. Yeah,
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 but like a common area, like a living room or a kitchen, you could uh, with an Airbnb, I think that you could probably get away with video and something like that. I mean, that would be up
yeah,
to I guess a legal mind to argue, but that
yeah, yeah.
that's why.
So what was the decision? What was the decision that made you want to become a private eye? How did you come to that decision? How did you make that decision?
Oh, Vinny is just I grew up watching Rockford Files and just something I just always just thought being a private investigator would be cool. And
Yeah, for sure.
I just learned about it when I was young and thought, well, I'm going to go to school. I figured out where the classes were, and I thought, well, I'm going to go try that. I'm going to go do it.
Yeah.
And I went to school
And
for it, and I took the classes, and I got into it, and I become friends with the instructor, and I apprentice under him, and I never gave up. I just kept on digging at it and digging at it and digging at it, and
And and you wound up liking it, and you kept with it. Yeah.
I liked it, and I kept with it, you know, you just have to learn the ropes of your state, and just you know, you know, just keep going at it. And I'm telling you, it's not what you see on TV. It's really not. It's
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, it never is.
but everybody
Yeah.
thinks it is.
Yeah, of course they do.
Everybody that you talk to thinks it is what you see on TV.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
thinks it's what you see on TV, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work. You know, you've got to get out there, and you've got to really work at it. You got to work hard at it, and you got to build your clientele. And once you build your clientele, and you got to find what you like the best about it. You know, I hate divorce cases. I hate divorce cases with a passion.
Yeah.
You know, I hate following people. Those are the worst.
This episode is brought to you by the Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates, voted the best law firm by the American Institute of Trial Lawyers. When life hits you hard with a serious injury, don't let insurance companies hit you harder with lowball offers and endless runaround. You deserve justice. You deserve compensation. You deserve to win. The Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates have a high-powered legal team with a nationwide reach and the highest rating on the National Attorney Rating Service. Trial Magazine calls them one of the most influential law firms in America. They win big. Big results at trial court, appeals court, the state Supreme Court, and are recognized as award-winning litigators of the year. The Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates handle everything so you can heal. Don't face this battle alone. The aftermath of an accident is traumatic enough. Medical bills pile up, pain overwhelms, emotions run high, and that's where they step in to shoulder the legal fight while you focus on what truly matters, your recovery. They are the first law firm to offer a bigger settlement guarantee. If they can't beat the amount of your current settlement with a bigger settlement offer, your legal fees are free. Ready to win your case? Find out in one phone call if you have a case and how much your case is really worth. Call the Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates today at 1-888-477-0597 or visit them online at becauseyouwanttowin.com.
Although divorce cases can be fun for a few minutes,
Yeah.
but for the most part, they're a headache. You know,
Yeah.
they give you a lot of trouble. They're a headache. They people throw things at you. People cuss at you.
Especially if they don't want to be divorced.
Well, those are the fun ones.
Oh, those are the fun.
Yeah, those are the fun
okay.
ones.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, the people who's fighting over the most are the ones that the ones that have the most to lose, the ones that don't want to give up their businesses or give up half their businesses. Those are the dangerous ones.
Yeah.
You know, the people who don't want to be divorced are the fun ones. They're
or serving police officers who've done illegal shit. Based on some of the stories that you've told me, those are the dangerous ones.
Those are the dangerous ones. But those serving police officers are serving the idiots who don't want to be served. I don't care about those. Those are the ones that I enjoy the most, because I enjoy dragging those idiots out into the light.
For sure.
You know,
I know, but there's I can't remember which case it was, which episode of this podcast it was, but there was that one time that you had to serve that guy and he threatened to kill you.
That doctor, yeah, that was the Terrell Peterson case.
Oh yeah, that was the Terrell Peterson case.
Yeah,
okay, so that was
that police officer would have killed me if he could have got away with it. He had every intentions of killing me, because he did lose his job and he did do jail time, but he would have killed me if he could have.
Yeah, that's case number 3.
Yeah.
For those of you who have not heard that episode yet.
Yeah.
Very, very tragic story about a young boy.
Yep. He had every intentions of killing me, and that's the bad side of this. You know, you do run into those type of people, and you do have to be prepared for that. You do have to be prepared for you know that. And I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't prepared for that encounter that time.
At that time, yeah.
But every time after that, I was prepared.
Yeah, you were prepared for the
Yeah.
worst. Now, do you own a bulletproof vest, and have you ever worn one?
Yes, I own a bulletproof vest, and I have worn one many, many, many times.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So there's been cases where they advised you that it was a dangerous assignment. Just do your best to protect yourself, and you said, "Well, I got this." Right?
Yeah, yeah, no, I do own a bulletproof vest, and I have worn my bulletproof vest on many many occasions, and um, you do know when to wear your vest. There has been times that I have went on a job and and aborted and come back and reassessed and said, okay, I have to have backup and I have to have a bulletproof vest.
Who do you call for backup?
I have police officer buddies that has went with me.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's fascinating, man. It's
yeah.
fascinating. It's fascinating. It's,
Um,
yeah.
uh, I there's matter of fact, my bulletproof vest hangs in my when it's not in use, it hangs in my closet with my suit jackets and my shirts, and I mean it's a cherished piece of equipment.
Sure. Yeah.
Uh,
And your trench coat that goes to the floor.
yeah, I don't own a trench coat, Vinny,
Yeah.
but I do have a bulletproof vest, and I do have all of that type of equipment. I do have every type of holster that you need to conceal a weapon.
Oh,
I
nice.
have ankle holsters. I have holsters, you know, that strap onto your body. I have waistband holsters. I have, uh, you know, I have shoulder holsters that'll strap and that your holster that your gun will set here. That all I have to do is just pull it up and then let it go, and it'll just slide back down. I have every kind of
Oh,
holster you want.
that's cool.
And then I have holsters that'll strap around your waist that'll hold guns. That'll hold a gun on each side. It'll hold one in the back. You know, that'll hold several clips around the front. You know, I got whatever you want when it comes to that.
Nice.
But the sad part
Nice.
is I never need them.
Yeah. Well, thank God, man.
Yeah,
That's something that you don't ever want to need.
but it's all about being prepared.
Yeah.
You see you if you mentally prepare and then you prepare for the job. You don't need. It's just like the job that we talked about when I served the gangster.
Yeah.
Remember the job that we talked about when I served the gangster.
Yes.
I knew to catch him away from his element.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
need to be. I wasn't going to go into his territory.
Yeah.
I caught him away from his element. And when
Yes.
you catch somebody out of their element and away from their people and away from their turf, they don't know how to react to you.
Yeah. And there's less chance of face off type of situation where he's gonna bow up and
Exactly.
have to be tough or put on a show. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, when you catch them outside of their element and away from their people, they're not mean
Yeah.
because he didn't have any backup. He
Yeah.
was a coward one on one.
Right. Right.
Now, he's mean when he's got 10 people to take you down.
Right. Of course.
But
Of
when it's
course.
just you and him,
Yeah.
he's not mean.
Yeah.
He's a little
Yeah.
crybaby.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
So
going to accept the service.
so that's how you avoid those situations. Is
Right.
you don't go storming into their turf when they got 10 men to take you down.
Right.
You think this thing's through and you do it in an intelligent way, and then you don't need all of that stuff.
Right.
Now, I will tell you that when I served him, I was armed.
Oh yeah.
You damn right I was armed. He's a gangster,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
was a well-known gangster,
Yeah.
and he's now in prison.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he got life.
For a long
He got life in
he got
prison.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he killed his rival gangster at a mega church during a funeral.
Oh
So
man. Looking back, knowing what you know now, what is the one piece of advice you would give to somebody looking to get into this game that could help them the most?
Just don't be a big shot about it. Just be yourself. Just be who you are. Don't try to be don't be flashy. Don't just be yourself.
Don't advertise that you're a private investigator. Just be a normal person and do the job, right?
Exactly. When you go on the job, now you have to advertise that you're a private investigator to get work.
Well, yeah,
But
yeah. But I'm saying, don't wear the hat with the shades and the collar up on the trench coat and stuff.
Exactly.
Like hands in your pocket, you got your cigar.
Yeah.
You know,
When,
excuse me, well, I'm sorry with the body.
when I go to interview, so when I go out on the job to interview somebody,
Yeah.
or when I'm trying to find information on a job, I go dressed in khakis and a collared shirt like this.
Yeah.
I don't try to go dressed in $1,000 suit.
Yeah.
I don't go dressed looking like, I don't wear a name tag. I don't, I see these people. I passed a car, I don't know, many years ago that said that he had a placard on the side of his car that said private investigator.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I said, how do you get anything? I didn't talk to him, but I'm thinking, how do you get anything done?
How do you follow somebody with that?
Yeah. How do you follow anybody? And not only that, but if I, so if I'm trying to find Vinnie Coppola and I'm asking questions, I don't always ask for Vinnie Coppola.
Right.
I may come up and say, I'm looking for this dude that drives an SUV, that looks like he got dark hair and wears glasses and I seen him up here at QT the other day and he gave me $5 and I told him I'd return it. You know where I can find him at?
Yeah. Yeah.
You play to people's greed.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gave me a $20 bill. I need to return this $20 bill because I promised him I'd give it back to him because he told me that it was his last $20 bill and I needed it to get my flat fixed. And he told me that he'd give it to me if I'd bring it back to him because he said he had some kids and he needed the money back.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, yeah, Vinny, he's over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know how many times that trick's worked?
That's great. That's great.
But if I show up with private investigator written on my car,
yeah,
in a trench coat with the collar flipped up and dark glasses on, that's not going to work.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm looking for Vinnie Coppola. Get out of here, pig.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But if I come up and I say, Vinny gave me $20, but he told me he needed it back. Or if I said that this dude, I can't remember what his name was, but he told me if I give him the $20 back, that sounds like something Vinny would say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And somebody in the neighborhood is going to say, "Oh yeah, he's right over there. That guy, I know who he is. He's right over there."
Yeah, he lives on that street and blah blah blah. He drives this car.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. That's great.
But see, and I know who you are. I know your name when I get there. I know what you drive. I know what you look like. I know your tag number.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get somebody to point you out to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just trying to get somebody to tell me your hangout, to tell me your routine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he hangs out down there at the barbershop on Mondays and Fridays. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Very,
very clever.
That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You just got to be friendly with people.
Yeah. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll even go up and I'll say, look, I got a buddy, Vinnie, man. I haven't seen Vinnie since we were in college, man. I can't find that son of a gun anywhere. I'll give anybody $100 that can tell me where Vinnie's at.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to tell me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And they go, Vinnie, Vinnie, what does Vinnie look like? And I say, last time I seen Vinnie was when we was in college. But man, he was this slim guy and he had dark hair and, you know, he was starting to wear glasses. He didn't wear glasses all the time, but he complained about his eyes going bad and he'd wear glasses when he'd read and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And they go, I know where he's at. His hair's not all dark now, but he's starting to go a little bit gray. But I tell you where he's at.
Right.
You know, give me that give me that $100.
Yeah.
Let's sell you out in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Sell me out in a heartbeat. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would too, buddy. Man, this was cool, buddy. I hope this helped you. If you're planning on being a private investigator, definitely take Lynn's advice.
Or if you're just looking for somebody, or if you have somebody you want to serve and you know you just and you're trying to get them served, just use some of these tips.
Yeah, use some of these tips for sure. Yeah, listen, he's been at it for 30 years, ladies and gentlemen. This is advice that works. So definitely, if you're looking to become a private investigator, and if it was our friend who sent us that message, if you heard this episode and this helped, I hope so. And more power to you, buddy. The world can use more private investigators like Lynn. So God bless you. Hey, if you like goofy videos, if you like stand-up comedy, if you like to laugh, check me out online. My website is vinnie.com, www.vinnie.com. All the links to all my social media is there. If you're trying to surveil someone, if you're looking for someone, if you need to serve someone's papers, Lynn Lambdin is the best, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't want to follow his tips, and you want to hire someone to do it for you, he is the best, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me your website.
www.lwias.com. That's lwias.com.
Absolutely. And thank you.
Simple Funding.
Yeah. Thank you, Simple Funding and the accident attorneys of Monge and Associates for sponsoring this episode. If you need their services, give them a call. Make sure you let them know that you heard about it right here on the podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Click that subscribe button. Leave us a comment or a review. Let us know what you think of the podcast. And thanks again for being here. We'll see you next week.